Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Noita. Today we are going dragon hunting. Like I said, I resisted the urge to get drawn into any other shenanigans, but I did manage to do a pretty thorough job searching the first two biomes. So you can see we have a lot of health to work with here. Actually quite a lot of money, a surprising amount of money, and some pretty decent stuff. We have Wand Experimenter, which heals us when we fire wands that we've just found. Obviously super useful in getting through the fungal caverns off the second biome. And we have Homing Shots, which is, I don't know, I just took this. I'm not 100% sure that I love it, but we have this wonderful magic bolt wand, and I have a dramatic damage increaser in it, and I'd really like it if these projectiles hit. Unfortunately, this is a shuffle wand, so it's kind of awkward, but also look at the cast delay and the recharge time and the mana charge speed. Like, it just seems like an incredibly good weapon. Also, we have more ability to dig than maybe I have ever had. It's really quite incredible. First of all, obviously, 18 charges of black hole is a pretty big deal. But secondly, we have an incredible amount of luminous drill going on here. Like, look at this wand when it's actually in action. It's just a continuously wiggling lightsaber, basically. And it can dig through, as far as I can tell, anything, including the rock of the temple, so I'm trying to be a little bit cautious of that. It's also real good at digging through enemies, and from a little tiny bit of testing, it seemed to me that it even digs through the super dense rock at the edge of the biomes, so I kind of want to do, we're going to try that. On camera, we're going to dig through that usually undiggable rock and see what happens. I'm gonna try to lightsaber this dude. Yup, pretty effective. You know, Luminous Drill does not do... It's like 10 damage, right? It's not that impressive, but if you're hitting with it enough times, it does get the job done. Oh, hey. Well, I'm glad I accidentally cut that out from under me. So as far as dragon hunting tools go, I think we're in okay shape. Now, when I say the Luminous Drill will cut through anything, it really does seem to be anything, and it is kind of a problem when you use it to kill enemies, because it will totally cut the it'll cut the gold to pieces. Like you can see, I obliterated the gold nugget that guy dropped. Oh, and didn't get the gold from the thing he killed. Can I get this one? Some of it. Oh, hold on. We should shooty wand in this slot, drilling wand in that slot. There we go. I should not have my my number one wand slot be an empty one, because that is I default to pressing that when I'm not sure what else to do. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, he's got a fun wand over there. It does look like the homing doesn't affect the slowed down projectiles at all, which is a real shame. Okay, interesting. Well, I mean, let's definitely take this over the empty wand, right? No shuffle, 3 spells per cast. I mean, Downwards Bolt Bundle is always a lot of fun. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what we're going to do with that just yet. But let's definitely have it. Just make sure we're doing this. Okay. And I'm trying real hard not to dig into anything that's going to make the gods mad at me, you know? Oh. Little overconfident there. There we go. That was a 200-point crit, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure that's the number I saw. Wow. Okay, so two things are happening here. Number one, that guy's projectiles go way further than I would have guessed. And secondly, the homing behavior of our projectiles is not at all what I was expecting. So this is probably a pretty bad place to talk about... Huh, not even sure what I took damage from. Probably a bad place to try to dig through stuff, because I forgot the right wall on this isn't even a real wall. It goes somewhere. Jeez. Let's just take a second here. I've been playing very cautiously today. Let's just continue to do that. Freezing vapor, man. What a nightmare. Okay. Yep, it's a real fun time over here. No. You know what we could do is just fire this off a couple of times just to gain some health here, because we have not modified this wand. What is that? Okay. I thought it was something with a thick body and very narrow legs, like digging through a bag it was carrying. Like a sort of a Santa Claus kind of situation, but I guess it was just something that was physics wiggling arbitrarily. What am I doing? Look at this. It cuts through metal just as well as it cuts through everything else. It really is, ow. It really is the best digging tool. Okay, let's grab this temporarily here. Just fire it off a few times, mostly for the healing, but also if we manage to hit that guy, that'd be cool. Okay, I think we've worn it out. I do not think that this wand is going to hang with our other stuff here. So if I fire this down, this one. If I fire this down, it doesn't matter that the default... Interesting. So it's clearly applying the bolt bundle modifier to all of the projectiles. And it doesn't matter that the projectiles are naturally pretty innocuous. It doesn't create a downward bundle of the thing that it normally shoots. It's just a bundle of explosive projectiles. It's a pretty damn good wand. Aha! If you come at the Noita, you best not miss. Okay, apparently that was full of water. Real dangerous to be doing that in places where I can't exactly see where the bolt's going, I guess. Because it could go into a barrel. Ooh. Yep. It's a bad time to be running out of levitation. I hesitated there. I was about to drop on him with the drill, and then I was like, no, this is going to cut into the stone and get me in trouble. Okay, I mean, we're cool to just leave whenever, because really all we're doing is going dragon hunting. But obviously, I would love to find any health ups. Oh, that's okay. Don't know why that happened. I've noticed it does do that from time to time. It just changes what you have equipped. Sometimes it's usually from the wand in the first slot to the thing in your first item slot, your first potion slot, but I don't I'm certainly not pressing any unusual buttons in this moment or anything, you know? So I'm not sure what causes it, and I have had it happen in other ways, where it switches suddenly from one wand to a different wand or something. Okay, bunch of potions over here. Try to get that gold to drop through. There we go. I don't want to, like, immediately assume that this will be a safe thing to do against the dragon worm, but if it is a thing that we can survive doing against it, it does seem like it's probably the fastest damage that we have, right? I mean, obviously this is pretty good too. Although the lack of reliability hurts a little bit. The fact that I cannot know which shots will be the superpowered ones is especially a bummer when combined with the fact that the superpowered ones change the trajectory. So I can't know which shots will just suddenly not go as far as I'm expecting. And I mean, if we're pretty close... Okay, careful. If we're pretty close to it, then I guess that doesn't matter. But also, if we're close enough to it that the trajectory thing doesn't matter, we probably can just luminous drill it, right? Ah. What a weird area. See if we can get him to come a little closer. Alright, let's see what this is. It is a bunch of acid ball. The cast delay and recharge time are really, really excellent. And the max mana is so high that maybe the mana charge speed being low doesn't matter. I don't think we're going to keep it, but I do think we're going to take it and then fire it several times. That's not the one. There we go. Okay, well that's probably enough damage to make this value negative. I didn't read it. I didn't read the set of spells in it closely enough, and I wasn't thinking about the fact that it was going to fire backwards. Alright, let me get my other wand back. Speaking of my other wand. Just let some of this water out here so that we can access that chest more easily. This seems pretty alright, too. And hopefully this run is a great example for everyone of why I'm so, so gung-ho about making sure I'm getting health upgrades. Because, boy, I do a lot of dumb stuff and get hit in silly ways, and I desperately, desperately need the room for error. Why can I not? Okay. It was a wand. A wand of many fireballs. Yeah, anything that gives you any healing at all. It's just so wonderful. It seems like a new wand is often worth like 15 to 20 points with this setup, which I think is pretty good. And I definitely think we're not taking that with us. Like I said, it makes an area like the fungal caverns just... It's very difficult to die there. You have to commit some really huge errors. Not that I'm not capable of committing some huge errors. Obviously, I believe in me. I'd be foolish not to. Aha, you fool. He also should have believed in me. But yeah, we're just going to take it a little slow here. We're going to be a little more thorough than sometimes we are. Because I think there's a real good run here on the line, and I want to do a good job with it. And this is apparently how I believe I'm going to be able to do that. No, I'm stunned! Oh god, we're going to die to me being stunned. Okay. Well, that missed me, but we still took damage from it. The explosion radius is really quite phenomenal. Okay, thank you very much, sir. Here's your reward. Listen, nobody wants to die, but especially I would not like to die to a thing that could fairly be described as a tickle beam. That's just energy orb. I mean, listen, I like energy orb, but obviously this is not going to cut it. Okay, just heal up as much as it will let us. So there was another guy. He's gone now. And we're at an amount of health where I think it behooves us to be really fucking careful here. Wow, that was 30 damage. All right, I think we can bail. We gave this the old college try. We found some stuff. We found a health upgrade or two. But I do not want to run a serious risk of death here with everything that's going on. So how far down is the exit? And also, is there anything in all this water? Nope, looks like no. We can probably push sideways pretty safely. And sometimes you get some low-lying fruit. Yeah, it is kind of staggering how much damage some enemies do with a single attack once you are this deep down. Oh, don't want to mess with that guy. Ice is having a little bit of a problem. Either that or it's executing a really excellent Paranormal Activity cosplay. Hard to tell. Alright, 280 is pretty good, though. Ground to sand. Yeah, give me double spell for sure. Large spitter bolt. That's a thing we can throw on one of these. Reduce recharge time? Sure. So how do we want to... like, what do we want to do with this? We're only ever firing it downward. So I suppose we could just put anything in there, right? Like, it kind of doesn't matter what's in it. It just needs to be something. So let's just put this old energy sphere in there to maximize the number of projectiles that come out of it. So every time we fire it, it should fire all 6 shots all at once, and all of them transform into 5 explosive bolts. That seems pretty good to me. This does 13 damage at 700 speed, so it's pretty comparable to the other thing we already have in here. It's not really going to change the function of the wand very much, it's just going to fire slightly faster, which I think is pretty cool. Do we want to throw another double spell in there instead? I suppose we could pull the spitter bolt and do this. I know, Shuffle's going to make this, like, really unreliable. It's so hard to tell what's going to happen with this thing. Okay, so sometimes both of the doubles will fire at once and give us a triple. Weird. Alright, Healing Bolt is really hard to take advantage of. I think we're probably not gonna. Yeah, and I think we can just advance with our setup the way it is. I feel pretty powerful. I would buy more Luminous Drills if we could find some. I mean, we could put some other stuff in here, but it would have to be stuff that I feel pretty confident is not going to get me killed trying to use it up close. Like, what does this look like? If I throw that on there... honestly, it's probably reducing the damage output. It's just like the constant... yeah. I think we're going to stick with that. We'll love some more Luminous Drills. Alright, so we have money for buying stuff. Worms run from you. Worms run from you might be interesting, but then again, we want it to fight us, right? We want to kill it. Yeah, I don't want it to try to flee, because worms are extremely good at fleeing. Oh boy. A random always cast could totally ruin the wand, but I'm gonna put it on our one wand. What did we get? Always casts... always casts what? How do I even... okay. We need to be in the looking at wands interface. Like, we need to try to pick up a wand to see what this is. It has a question mark in it, and that scares me. I don't want the wand to have terribly erratic behavior, you know? Alright, we're gonna just use the drill for the moment here. It sure does the thing, huh? Look at that. Okay, well that's going to turn into an entire situation with some real alacrity. Yep, I cut into the gold nugget. It looks like as long as there is any pixel of the gold nugget intact, as long as you don't completely delete it from existence, it still gives you the same 10 money. You're not, like, actually carving off value. Which is nice of them. Oof, okay, I was trying to get back down into cover here. There we go. That went about as smoothly as it could be hoped. That's one of those explosive tanks right there. I'd really love it if I was not stuck in the ground here. I'm not sure what's happening. Yeah, I just got permanently lashed into the ground. Not 100% sure why that did that. I switched back to it and fired without even really thinking. Oh, it's doing like randomized spell effects. It summoned that time. It summoned a thundercloud, which is okay, terrifying. Okay, so let's be really careful with that. That's a thing that we do not want to just be firing at random. But okay, I'm gonna come over here and we're gonna kick this thing and just try to get it away from us. Okay, yeah, go down there. Be a problem for somebody down there. I know that we're trying to go to the Dragon Cave, and that's rightward in the next biome. But I also know that there is a fungal cavern here that, much like the fungal cavern in the other area, is loaded with wands, right? Provided I'm remembering correctly. I'm pretty sure I am. Got him. Flawless. Oh, Christ. I seem to have created terrifying tentacle portals. They're not actually doing anything. They're not, like, dangerous to enemies. They're just weird. They're just real weird. I do wonder if I had gone over there, if they would have turned out to be dangerous to me. Trying real hard not to open up too much of a path for them to shoot me through. Yeah, it really is kind of a horrifying amount of damage. Wow, that is... By the way, I was holding the fly button literally that entire time. That's how long it took us to regain control. Oh, they're gonna cause a problem. That guy also using the explosives as cover. My son, I think you are a video game enemy. Alright, so we're just gonna let these guys come to us a little bit here. There really is a crazy density of enemies in this biome. Oh, God. Get me out, get me out, get me out. Okay. I want to have a corner around which to engage these guys. Are these interactable bottles? Could I pick these up? No, we're not. We're not getting the message. I have no idea what just happened. Well, a big rock fell on me. What on earth? I was just like, you know, there are no enemies around and we're moving backwards while we're firing. It'll be fine to fire one bolt out of the mystery wand to see what happens when you shoot these bottles. Because, like, if they break in hilarious ways, that could be really valuable information for future runs, right? That could really open some stuff up. Holy shit. Did I not expect it to delete, I think, every pixel of object that was actually on the screen, and then also completely destroy the structural integrity of the temple above us. What a nightmare. Alright, well, I don't think I have it in me to play Noita anymore today. That was devastating in so many different ways. Thank you all so much for putting up with the way I play this game. When you come back next time tomorrow, hopefully the run we have going will be just as good, and this time I won't delete the entire universe around us. And we'll see you then.